Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 2 of Forks and Spoons. I'm here with my bestie Ronaldo. My name is Pavan, and the only thing I can say in Spanish is Donde está la biblioteca? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you are in the world, and thank you for stopping by. So, Ronaldo, what is on the agenda today?
Actually, we're here to talk about something a little bit more non-personal. Something more broad in general.
I dig it. So what's going on? Hit me, baby.
It's about romance and relationships. Have you experienced
romance and relationships? I think I gotta go. But it was nice chatting with you, everybody. It's been a great talk, and I love you. I'm just kidding, man. We can't.
So I got a few questions, or not really a few questions, but I just wanted to know some of your some of your opinions on certain topics regarding relationships, specifically romantic relationships. Do you think you can answer
maybe I can answer
questions?
Some of those questions. I dabbled a little bit of romance in my time, you know what I mean?
Okay. So one of my first question is to you is, in your opinion, what makes the ideal partner? And I don't want any cliche fucking answers, all right? I want your personal take on what makes a ideal partner, like long-term partner.
What makes the ideal partner to me? Well, you're not gonna like this answer because I feel like we're gonna dive into a little bit of the cliche, but I promise you it is me. From my experience, I've learned what I like and don't like. And I think I just want somebody, and that's ideal to me, is someone who can actually understand. And I don't mean like in that, oh my god, I want him to understand my feelings and emotional stuff. I want the person I'm gonna be with to understand my satire, because you know me, Ron, like I have a very big satire personality. I like to make a lot of jokes.
Very sarcastic. Yeah,
and I can cling on to these bits for the longest time, and I think it's hilarious, whether other people may not think so. And I just need the person I'm with to at least give me some benefit of the doubt, understand me to a certain degree, you know? I mean, I do understand I can go a little bit off boundaries sometimes, and I would like them to let me know when that is, but there has to be some wiggle room for me to have my fun, you know? And I like somebody who can do the same thing with me.
Have you had a past partner who've not understood your sense of humor?
Oh, definitely. I once dated this foreigner, right? We dated for about 3 years. Maybe it was just a language barrier. I thought I was being pretty smooth. I made some jokes here and there throughout the relationship. And she laughed, she giggled, you know, funny. But like over time, when I started getting big on my bits, I started, you know, just making my jokes a little bit bigger, maybe teasing her a little bit. She doesn't understand them directly, and she always had this phrase that jokes are half meant. Like, she knows I'm joking, but the fact that I made a joke about it means it's half true. No, that's fucking retarded, you know? Like, sometimes a joke is a joke. If I tell you, Ron, I'm gonna fucking take a bus and drive over to you and, like, ran you over because I want you dead, that's probably not a joke. That's not a good example. I kind of want that to happen. But like a good example would be, I'm gonna toss my cell phone across the room because I want my phone to break, you know? And that's a joke. I don't want to do that. I really don't. And it's not half meant. Not even half of me wants to throw
Do you
that
think
phone
that's
across
maybe
the
just
room.
do you think that's just maybe a chemistry difference between you and your old partner?
Well, isn't that what a relationship is? It's just a value or differentiation of chemistry between one another. You find one what chemistry works with the other, because like it's like DNA,
But
right? When you mix two of the perfect DNAs together, like the exact same, you get a fucking mongoloid piece of shit child.
Do you think some couples can withstand major differences yet still be compatible in terms of chemistry? Like in your case, right? Your old partner that couldn't handle your sense of humor. If I'm remembering it correctly, you did stay with this partner for a very long time, right? And to be honest, looking at you two from a third person perspective, maybe me not knowing her a lot, but it did seem like you guys did fit along very, very well, but you guys had nothing in common. How would you explain that to somebody? Especially
which relationship are we talking about?
The one where the foreigner, yes, the foreigner.
Foreigner.
The one you were just talking about, yes.
You thought that we fit with each other very well, but didn't have anything in common.
Yes.
I liked her body and the sex was nice.
So anybody can find a partner who's good at sex, will last forever, right? Honestly, I believe that too, actually. It might be an unpopular opinion.
I don't know. We didn't last forever, right? Like it ended at
No, but
some
it lasted a
point.
pretty long time, though.
The sex was really good.
Exactly. Exactly.
think-
Like, I mean, I think any relationship with good sex can last pretty fucking long. I think that's how most toxic relationships start out, especially towards the end, don't they? No.
Yeah, but see, when you're in it, obviously I cared about the woman. I'm not sounding like an asshole. I wasn't in it just for the sex. I wasn't using her or anything. I did have actual feelings for this woman, and sex was a big part of it just because I really enjoyed it. But there had to be some kind of infatuation I had with her, and there was.
Yeah, and that's what
We
I'm
didn't
curious about.
Yeah, we didn't have too much in common, right? But like, the issue with just relying on sex for a relationship to work, right? Like you said, you believe that could happen. I believe that's
No,
really.
I think it's a
stupid.
factor. No, it's a factor into it. It's not all of it, obviously.
It's definitely a
It's
factor.
a big
Like,
factor.
I believe that if you're gonna find somebody you're gonna spend the rest of your life with, you guys have to be sexually compatible.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I think it's a big contribution, more than maybe you think it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe you think
you think that sex is a big factor to making a relationship
yes.
work?
Yes, very, very big. But obviously, this depends on person to person, right? A relationship can last without any sex, honestly.
Yeah, it definitely can. It definitely can.
But in terms of like my personal experience or personal preference,
So if I were to add that personal thing to like me, right, and I was in the relationship with the girl, if we had no sex at all, like let's say we agreed to wait for marriage, there was still my feelings for her, right? So we would have still stayed together.
yes,
Maybe
yes.
not as long as we did.
What if she was like not into sex? She had no libido. Would that work for you?
I mean, if she just lies there for me, I mean, I can make do it. What's funny?
No, that's funny. I don't know. Like,
My-
hey, listen, babe, it's time for my weekly sexing, and just lie there,
You make jokes, but that sounds like a very detailed flashback of mine.
So I have another question in particular for both of us, and that I think we did dabble into it a little bit privately, but I think it would be a great topic to talk about. It also concerns relationships. On how do you feel about soulmates? Like, do you believe the existence of soulmates and there's somebody destined to be with you? Because
No,
you don't. Okay.
no. I believe.
I kind of I felt the same way as you did, totally not believing in any kind of superficial being that is in charge of my faith with somebody else, only until I met a certain individual, which you might be familiar with. And I think we both agreed that there is definitely some kind of connection that is totally out of our control. What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, I agree. There is some sort of connection that's out of your control. But, like, that saying, like, let's say in video games or sports, when you're really, really good at it, but you like to believe there's always somebody out there that's better than you, no matter how good you get.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the quote is, there's always someone better than you. I also believe that there's another saying that goes, there's always someone better for you. And I feel like in life, the people we date, the people we get married, we set our life with, we're just settling because we are content with what we had. There's no need to search for better.
That's actually a really good analogy.
Out there.
So
yeah, I believe better is always out there.
So you'll never find a perfect partner for you, is what you're saying, right?
No, I don't think so.
There's always going to be somebody better for you, but it's a matter of you finding content in your partner. In a way.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
that's actually a really interesting way of putting it. Yeah.
You've been in a few relationships. I've been in a few relationships. I don't believe you can confidently say you saw eye to eye with any of your partners
No,
100%
definitely
of
not.
the time.
Yeah, definitely not.
There are some things you may have saw eye to eye on, but never 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe when you do have that 100%, maybe that's perfection. But you're never going to get that. Because there's
Perfection
always
doesn't
going to be
exist.
someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. I feel like those people who get married, I'm not saying they shouldn't be together. They probably should be. They're probably very happy together. But they both settled.
Okay,
That's the way I like
trying to
look at it.
contradict what you say though, like, and just say if there is, just say if you did reach something, you know how you say there's somebody always better than you, right? Does that saying apply that there is actually that one person who is the best? No, right? There's no implications of that at all. It's just a saying.
Can I give you a little video game analogy here?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I play Smash a lot. Like I like to play it a lot.
And to the viewers,
Not the
how would you
best in the
explain
world.
Smash? How would you explain Smash to the people listening?
If you don't know what Super Smash Brothers is, then you're living under a rock.
So Super Smash Bros is a fighting game, most notable in the, I guess it's only released in the Nintendo platform, and Pavin is very good at it. Okay.
Please don't say that. I mean, like, I don't say.
You're about to say you were good at the game.
No, I did. You said very good, and that's a little
Okay,
much. Like I like to believe I'm
he's
pretty
mediocre.
decent.
He's mediocre at the game. How does
I'm
that sound?
mediocre at the game. I'm mediocre at the game,
Okay,
but I
anyways.
really enjoy it. I love the competitive feel. The analogy I was going for is that I have a group that I play with normally. You know, we try to practice together, get better together. There's one person that kicks my butt every single time I am inferior to him.
Mm-hmm.
And let's label it A, B, and C. I'm B. A kicks my ass all the time. But I kick C's ass all the time. And C kicks A's ass all the time. So who's the best?
It's like a love triangle.
So who's the best?
I don't think there is a best. It's more like he has features that
There you go.
he can other person
There
beat,
you
and you have
go.
features. Yeah, it's like a
There you
circle.
go.
Okay.
I believe that I'm better than this one guy, but he can beat that guy, but that guy can beat me. So your question, if me saying like there's always someone better than you, is there one person that's the best? Nah. There's gonna be someone who can beat that guy who can barely beat a squirrel. Just for some reason he's better against that one guy. Like probably his play style doesn't work with that top guy, whatever his name is, you know, George Hamilton the third sexual offender. I don't know, whatever you wanted to call him.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. That does make sense. And I guess just you saying that just gives the analogy of those titles people give, say like fighters. The best pound for pound fighter in the world is kind of bullshit to me now. Like really, no, really, it really
Sorry
is.
to
It
ruin
really
your
is.
belief in the world.
No, I actually I really didn't give a shit about it. But it did make sense, right?
What's
It's fun to
pound
believe.
fighter? Is that like MMA or UFC? What is
Like
that?
boxing, MMA, UFC.
Okay.
It's best
So,
overall fighter in terms of like weight and shit like that too.
What I would like to say about that is this probably the best fighter in the league, because that's possible, right? Because not everybody's joining the league.
No, but like that's what I'm saying. Like in boxing, right? But in boxing, there's always somebody better than you. In boxing, if you put that implication to boxing per se, it wouldn't make any sense because there are people labeling the best like boxer in that, I guess, league, right?
In that league, yeah. But like in a different league, there could be someone better than that guy.
But there's
But
always
he's not.
there's always a superior league than the other, like major leagues, right? So I mean, just that alone can prove your skill and worth in the sport itself if you are participating in the biggest league in the competition.
But yeah, that goes all the way back to my idea of like, going that there's always someone better for you. Like I really believe that. We settle for the people because we're happy with them and we don't feel like we need to look for anything better. We're happy with where we are. We're happy with our spouse because they make us happy. And sure, we might have our differences, but because the relationship works so well, we can talk things out, find a get through any impasse, find a middle ground and stuff like that, and that's what makes a relationship work.
Isn't it kind of sad though thinking it like that, thinking it that way though? Just
there's someone better for you.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like if I guess because what you said totally makes sense. There's so many people around the world, and you'll never get to meet them, and for sure, one of these people are for you. That'll be better than anybody you'll meet in your life, right? But just knowing that, kind of boggles my mind. And trying to convince this to somebody who lacks, I guess, the mental capacity. I don't want to fucking sound offensive or anything, but I don't think they'll believe you. They'll be like, nah, fuck you. The person I'm with now is the fucking best, right?
Like, they're probably true. It's probably the best person they've met.
Exactly, but in their state of mind right now, that is the only person they'll meet for them, is what I'm trying to say.
And that's fine. You don't need to, what I believe in what I say. It's not an objective, thing. It's really what I believe, and I was able to convince you with the way I explained it, and that's nice, but you don't have to convince these other people who already found their love and they believe that they're with the person that they deserve to be and the only person that's for them. They don't need to know. They don't need to think about that. They're happy. That's the whole point.
But don't you think it's good
content.
to know? It's like you just know more,
No,
Sound
no,
like a
I
beta
think it's
cup right
terrible
now.
to know. I think it's terrible to know.
Then why did you let me know? What's wrong with you? You're a terrible friend. You're a terrible co-host.
I think we established that. I'm probably just getting back at you for getting me arrested.
Oh shit.
See, I played the long con.
Fucking, and I'll get arrested sooner or later because of you.
Well, it won't be because of me. Hey Ron, you want to buy some drugs?
So you have any other questions or philosophies you prepared for us today? Because I've been actually thinking a lot. Yeah, go ahead.
I brought up this thing has been bothering me for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of a whole different story, and I hope you're okay with that.
Does it correlate with romance or?
No, it doesn't.
I would personally like to stick with romance for now.
Okay, maybe I can try to add romance into it if you don't mind.
Okay.
So zombies,
Okay.
what's the deal with zombies?
Oh my god. Okay. If you don't have a question, I have a question.
No, I actually do.
Okay.
I mean, I'll bring it up later. Fuck it. I was gonna just tell the way I wanted to tell it, and then add a little bit of romance. Like, oh yeah, there's a girl zombie and who's in love with him. Anyway, part of my main plan. But anyway, what's your other question? Damn, your profile picture's weirding me out. What's your question?
Is there anybody you're personally seeing that Anybody you're personally seeing? Have you used any kind of dating apps that you personally liked, or maybe horror stories about meeting people?
Relationship horror stories, recently,
I
or just in general?
Just in general. Anything you heard?
Oh,
Because I got a few stories. If you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I do have one. I guess you can say it's not really a horror story, but I was really horny. And
That's so vulgar, bro. How can you say that? That's vulgar. I'm sorry, no, go ahead.
I feel really embarrassed saying this, not because I was horny, but because what happened. I'm such a stupid asshole. Like, I knew what was happening. I just thought, oh, this is definitely gonna, this is stupid. I'm gonna do it anyway. But it's stupid. I know I'm gonna get fucked, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Now I'm curious. Holy shit.
I think I told you this story, but I was hanging around. I don't know what state I was in. I can't remember. The years blended for me for a while, but I was somewhere in the mainland, right? And out here in this rock, we don't have dating apps. And I was over there, and I decided, you know what? I hear so much about this dating app online and stuff, and never got to try it. So I logged into one. I think it was Tinder. Swiping left, swiping right, got a few matches here and there. We talk a little bit to other people. But I wasn't gonna stay in the mainland for long, I was there for maybe another couple weeks or so. So meeting for somebody for a relationship just didn't seem like the most ideal situation. Yeah. But it was, I like talking to people, right? I like meeting people. And I went out to a couple bars. I've met some people, but like, when I'm in my room sitting alone, I like to scroll through Tinder. And I talked to the people that I matched with, and it was nice. But the moment I told them that I'm leaving in 2 weeks, they're like, okay, bye. Even no matter how good the conversation was going. Anyway, there was this one girl who was literally just looking to get slammed.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is not surprising on Tinder, yes.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'm down. So we were talking a little bit, we were telling each other stuff, and we were just down to get slammed. And she said, how about we do it over here? And like, we just meet up, just do a little tango, Mm-hmm. And yeah, she gave me an address to a hotel. I took a rent-a-car, and I drove over to that hotel
scary.
at the time that
That's
we scheduled. I don't know, it was broad daylight,
okay.
It's not in the middle of the night or anything. So I parked outside the hotel and all that stuff. I was willing to get a room and all that stuff. The room was pretty cheap. She was late, and I messaged her saying like, what's up? And she was like, yeah, she's just trying to find a ride or whatever. She asked, and I remember in part of her story that she had a car, and I said, what happened to your car and all that stuff? And she said she just needs some gas money, and if I can like Venmo her $20 or something.
Venmo, yeah.
And the first thing I said was, what the fuck's a Venmo? We don't use that over here.
Yeah.
So she explained it to me. I'm like, does it accept PayPal? Was the first thing I asked. And then no, apparently it doesn't. So I logged into Venmo. I made an account, and I knew at this point, I knew she's doing this to people. She doesn't want to get slammed. She just wants to make $20. She's probably talking to 5 other people doing the same thing.
It's probably not a she. It's probably
around the hotel park. Maybe it's a he. Maybe if I look around no, actually we video chatted.
Oh, so really? Okay.
Yeah. And maybe she's talking to 5 other people, and if I look around the parking lot, I might find 5 other people looking for the same fucking person. And yeah, so like the moment she asked me for $20 for gas, and she'll be there soon, I'm like, oh, she's just doing this for $20, and she does this 5 times a day. She makes $100, bro. That's like more than minimum wage over here. She's making a fucking living. Then I thought to myself, but I'm horny. It's just $20.
It's worth a shot.
Maybe it's real, right?
Oh, okay.
I gave her $20, and then she blocked me. I just laid there, and I wanked in the car, and then I went home.
You did tell me this story, but you're giving much more detail, which is a lot more funnier. Not funny. I'm sorry that happened to you, but...
Oh no, I'm glad it happened. It's like I love being able to tell stories of things that has happened to me in the past, like just the dumbest things, and I really wish more dumb shit happened just so I can.
Dude, trust me, I'm pretty sure you have a lot of stories, man. Like the stories you told me, I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to hear them.
You think so?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I can make money out of it. Maybe I can go on Tinder, tell them I'll tell you a story for $20.
So I'm pretty sure you know about like my most recent hookup. Hookup, or I guess dating experience, but it was through Tinder, and that whole shebang of her suddenly leaving. So I'm not sure if you know the full details around that. Wait, her
sudden leaving? I
want to get into that. I'm not sure if you know the whole shebang of it and what happened to the aftermath.
She was nice. I met her. She's a lovely woman.
Yeah, she was, and it was okay. This might sound really, really, really fucking bad, but when we met, I was still hung up on my ex-girlfriend at the time.
Dude, you're still hung up on her.
I'm still hung up on her,
like right now.
Yeah, as of right now. But at the time, I was much more hung up on her. But anyways, I met her on Tinder. We met up. She was fresh off the boat, Asian, from Korea, fob. I don't want to mention any names, and I'm pretty sure she's not gonna watch this anyways. But she was really great. Like, she was really nice. She was caring and stuff like that. We went the whole mile, fucking talking every night, doing the schmexy and shit like that or whatever. Being just being relatively good to each other. But just being hung up over my ex-girlfriend, I could not let it go. And I could not find anything serious with the Tinder girl that I met. but she wanted something more, right? Because we weren't really solidified in any way, because one, I didn't want to, and two, I was just maybe horny. Like, I know that's pretty fucking bad to say, but that's what it was. And it came to a point where her sudden urge, or her urge to know the answer to of where we stood in the relationship was very prominent. Like, she would be very blunt about it. Like, what the fuck are we? Are we dating? Are we seeing each other? What are you to me? And I would just always shrug her off, saying stuff like, "Oh, I'm not ready for a relationship, or I need to think about this a little bit more," and just coming up with the most dumbest excuse to not commit to this person, right? And I guess just finally she snapped and sent me a long ass paragraph. I wish I can put it on screen, but it was a long ass paragraph of saying like, "Oh, I'm tired of playing these games. I came to Guam and you've been nice to me. I've been nice to you. I want to know something. I want to know the status of our relationship." And I never gave her an answer. I actually completely ghosted her. And actually, I think since then, I've been very hesitant in seeing other people until I let go of my ex-girlfriend. Have I ever told you that story? No? Like, in detail?
Ghosted her?
Yep, I straight up ghosted her, and I fucking still feel bad to this day.
That's not the ending I remember.
How did you remember it, or how did I tell you?
She got mad when you told her, like, at some, like, yeah, I knew that she kept bringing it up and stuff like that, and at one point she was just like, "Yeah, I'm done with this shit. I don't want to deal with you, whatever, not knowing what you want from us, because I'm looking for something more than this."
Yeah, and I didn't give her an answer.
Your separate ways.
Yeah, and I didn't give her an answer.
Yeah, like, I think that was the answer.
By not saying anything? I mean, she deserved an answer, doesn't she?
She knew the answer, right? I mean, you've told her a bunch of times that you weren't ready.
I guess so, but I was kind of vague about it, Like,
you did disrespect her. I feel like you disrespected her by not being a little bit more concrete on what you wanted, and maybe you let her on a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how exactly you explained it. But at least she didn't ask you $20 for gas,
Oh, thank God she didn't.
I've seen her car. That car eats a lot of gas.
Yeah, damn. I fucked in that car too. Big car. Holy shit. Have you ever had car sex? It's so uncomfortable unless your car really. Yeah, it's so
I remember this girl. I was visiting Ronaldo here over in Guam, and he let me stay in his apartment. And we were staying together basically for a while, and I was home alone one day, and I was just using the computer, and he told me he was gonna go out with the girl. What was her name? Melanie or whatever. And
actually, funny story. You gave her the name. We're not gonna say the name, but you gave her the name. I know what the name is. I know what the name is. To this day, we call her that name. It's pretty funny.
I was staying at home using the computer, hung out online a little bit. And this dude came in kind of half naked, fully fucking sweaty. And he just walked through the door and I stared at him. I'm like, "Okay, Ron, why are you not wearing pants? And why is your pants in your hand?" And he was like, "I just had car sex." I'm like, "Oh, like in this parking lot right here?" Is like, "Yeah." Like, "Is she still there?" She was like, "No, she left."
She's still there. Why would it matter?
So you fucked in her car, and then you walked out of the car like half naked, and she left.
Yeah.
Like that shit is just funny to me. I don't know.
It's like college shit, isn't it? Like fucking teenager shit.
I mean, I guess so, but we were like 20.
I know, exactly. That's why it was funny. It's like fucking
just
dumb
walked
kid
into
shit.
the house from a parking lot.
It's fucking my house.
Literally half naked, and yeah, I don't give a fuck. It's not your parking lot. It's exciting. I think I got a little wet when I first saw you come in half naked, sweaty, with your pants in your hand. Like,
do you think we're both terrible
Loki, I wanted
partners?
to ask you if you wanted round two.
Round two
with me. Do I think we're both terrible partners?
Yeah, like boyfriend material. Because I personally think so. In my current mental state, I think I would be a terrible partner. How about you? And how would you think?
About you or about me?
About both of us.
Um, I think you're a decent guy.
Really?
And I think when you find a woman that makes you feel like you're a decent guy, you'll have a decent relationship.
That is the most. That is the most vague answer I've heard from my best friend, bro.
Oh, you want me to go a little bit specific? I really do think you're a good guy. Like, I don't believe. I mean, I do believe there are some people who are just not boyfriend material. But I've known you for a very long time. You are looking for something a little bit more real. And the reason you can't find that real thing is because you're not over a relationship you had, which I think you did pretty well. The issue came from when she left the island. What are you supposed to do about that? I don't know. I feel like that relationship went pretty well. I saw you guys together and I thought, this is the girl for Ron, you know? Like, this girl. Was she a girl?
I think it was a guy. I'm kidding.
Okay. I was thinking about it. Like, I am trying to remember if I saw her, you know, her jujus, but probably not.
Jujus.
Dude,
it kind of
I think
Sorry,
you're
what
a
were you
decent
saying?
boyfriend. I really do think you're a decent boyfriend, and you can be a good boyfriend material. You weren't a good person, probably not showing respect to Melanie. But that's because you probably didn't see it as a relationship.
How about you?
You
How
saw
about
it
you?
as me.
Yourself? Do you think you're ready to be in a relationship? Because
This
I
sounds
think
pretty
you are.
super cocky, but I
right?
think I am too. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
I'm not looking or anything. I don't want to sound too boastful of myself, but I think I would make a pretty good boyfriend as long as I find somebody that I do enjoy spending time with. I do enjoy talking to.
Do you think
Yeah.
personal space is a very important factor into a relationship?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, you should be able to talk to your girlfriend one day and ghost her for a year and then talk to her again and act like things are normal. Like, I just.
Really? Do you think
No,
that's
I'm
okay?
kidding.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think that's okay.
How about like a week?
Personal space. Like a week?
Yeah. Like spontaneously just like not talking to each other for a week. I think that would be pretty cool.
So there was
If
this
you
one
trust each
time
other. Mhm.
where the girl I dated in high school, I was just tired of seeing her every fucking day. Like, every day we would do something. We would go to a different restaurant to eat. We would go over to her house, go over to my house, hang out with her friends, hang out with my friends, and she's always there. And I gotta give her attention, or she feels like she has to give me attention while we're with her friends. And I love her. I loved her, or whatever my personification of love is in high
As a
school.
teenager, yeah.
As a teenager, you know, whatever that means. But I was tired of it. I didn't want to break up with her. I didn't want to stop dating her. I just wanted to not see her or maybe communicate for a little bit. And a lot of people called that, oh, so you want to take a break? And I said, no, I don't want to take a break. Like, not a break from the relationship, just from her. Like, I found her.
Just
I don't know.
boring?
I don't know.
Not fun anymore?
Not boring. It was fun. I
okay.
wanted a little time doing some other stuff with other people, and I brought it up, right? I brought
Were
it up
you
to him,
guys-
but I was scared to bring it up. He shut the fuck up. So I asked her very nervously. It's like, hey, yeah, I don't think I want to talk to you for a little bit. And she got really upset. Like, are you breaking up with me? And I'm like, no. Can meet back in the 19th, maybe? Can we talk about this? And you know, I was being super awkward, super weird. But I explained to her how I felt, right? Because it was a weird thing. Like, I believe what I was feeling was really weird and difficult to explain. But I did my best to try and explain it to her. And, you know, she
Yeah.
understood. She really understood. She was like,
Oh, she
I do
did?
feel like I need a little bit of time with
Oh,
this
she did
man."
understand?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
she did.
You
After me
sounded
explaining it a
like
little
you
bit.
had a fucking mature relationship in high school. Holy fuck, that's crazy. Keep going.
I
That's
was
really
very
interesting.
nervous. I was very nervous explaining it to her because I was scared of what the reaction might be.
Yeah.
But after a little bit of talking, and she was like, I guess I know how you feel. I do think like I want to have just some girl time with my peeps and stuff like that, like my OG friends and stuff like that. Cause yeah, she's been mixing me with her friends. I've been mixing her with my friends, and yes, it works out. We vibed well, but I don't know. I wasn't her friend's best friends, but she was, right? That was her best friends. And I like them and all, but we couldn't click the way she clicks with them. And she feels like she needs to give me attention so I don't feel left out. And I felt the same way when she's with me. So it does hinder the experience a little bit. And when she realized that, she was like, all right, cool. Let's just check back in a little bit. We were supposed to meet back in like 5 days or so, but within 4 days, she messaged me saying, I missed you. And I was like, yeah, I missed you too.
Okay.
It's like, you want to meet up? I'm like, yeah, let's meet up. And yeah, we hung out, and it was a 4-day break, a little shorter than what we, originally planned, but that was fine. I did what I wanted to do. I felt good. I felt like I was released a little bit, and we were still in a very happy relationship. We never broke up. Well, it was never a break.
Yeah.
No, we didn't take a break. Like I think the word "take a break" is ruined by the social construct of like, I think we need some space, a little break, and
like
in that break they see other people.
Yeah,
but no, like I'm still in a relationship with her. I'm just not talking to her. It sounds weird, but yeah, I was really surprised when she agreed to it, and it was nice.
So
Except when we ended the relationship a year later, I found out she cheated on me during that time. So.
I didn't want you to bring that up, but hey, if you wanted to bring it up, that's you, man.
Oh, so you knew?
You told me the story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh, okay.
Yeah, fucking. You literally fucking told me like.
I didn't find out till a year later, and then
when you found out,
I was also, well, when was she with him? And then they told me the date. I'm like, huh. So I was very curious, right? Like I wasn't.
How were you feeling? Holy shit! Like imagine like a year later.
I went through my phone messages. I look at that exact date. I'm like, what were we doing? Because it was a year after. So I'm like, oh my god, we didn't talk for an entire week. Why didn't we talk for an entire week? How does that work? And then it hit me. I'm like, right, we had a 4-day break. Wait, that son of a bitch. We had a 4-day break.
Damn.
Yeah, she cheated on me with her ex. And then towards the end, she cheated on me with one of her close friends. And then she moved in with that friend after we broke up. And then she broke up with him by cheating on him and moving on to somebody else. And now she's engaged.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's a happy ending, I guess. No.
Well, I mean, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's good for her, man. Really good for her.
Well, this is all fucking ancient. Because you know what really fascinates me about like because right, maybe not for you, but for me, I just really can't stand the idea of living with your girlfriend. Like or even living with somebody you have to be committed with, being together 24/7. I hands down put people on a pedestal that can, I guess, I don't know, maybe because I'm not mentally ready, that's why. Because I feel like I'm gonna argue and fight a lot with the person, especially if I'm romantically living with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like obviously you did it, right? Like if it's not a lot but a little bit, like your ex-girlfriend would come to your house a lot, sometimes even sleep over, cook you food.
So what, are you forgetting about the foreigner?
I'm talking about her, yeah.
I mean, I lived with her for 3 months.
Exactly. You did it. You practically did it. Oh yeah, you did too.
I did.
You lived in that.
You were giving examples like she came over to my house a lot. No,
I forgot
man,
about
we were
that.
living in the same place.
Yeah. And you're okay with that, right?
The sex was really good. I don't know how much I can say. It
all boils down to sex. But like really, I put people in a pedestal that they can live with their partner. Maybe I'm just not mentally ready, or I guess I'm not mature enough to understand that responsibility. Because I feel like I'm gonna be so clustered, like a phobia. What do you call that? Would you have a phobia of tight spaces?
Claustrophobic.
I think be
Santa Claus?
claustrophobic. Santa Claus.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Having a phobia of Santa Claus. Yeah, I feel like I'll be too claustrophobic with the person living with me. Just fucking always trying to talk to me and shit. Just I want that person to like not talk for a day sometimes. Is that weird?
Wait, is that what you wanted from me when you asked me to be roommates?
No, no, I'm talking about in a romantic side.
We're not romantic?
Not right now. We can't talk about this right now, bro. Anything else you want to add on? I'm sorry, that was a stupid tangent.
I mean, you're breaking my heart here, but
Don't go breaking my heart.
I want it.
Oh, I have another question. Sorry.
I'm not done yet.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay, go ahead.
All right, so like to reply on your whole pedestal thing and living with people, it's kind of hard. I think that when you find someone that you feel like you can live with, there's always going to be probably some arguments, and that's where you see who they truly are. And there's always going to be that kind of argument and stuff. Sometimes you just don't get along when you're seeing even the slightest thing, seeing them every day.
Mm-hmm.
The beauty of it is that you can leave, like you can go out and see other people. I mean, not other relationship people, not other romantic people, but you can go out, hang out with your friends for the day and come home and she's there. It's not, you don't have to spend every single waking minute with her. And if she understands that some days you just want to say fuck off, then in a nicer way, I think that builds a good relationship. But one thing I learned, right, living with the foreigner for 3 months, 3 or 4 months, because that was the first time I ever lived with a significant other. When I've had several relationships before that, and there's always been an argument about something with every one of them.
Every single day?
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
every single day. Like other relationships, like you would always have an argument with your significant other. I'm pretty sure you had arguments with all your significant others.
Yeah, definitely.
And sometimes when I think that I'm legitimately right, I don't care about fixing the issue right away, I'm okay with cooling down, taking my time, and then we can talk about it in a couple days when we both cool down. And that's okay. Sometimes you need a little break, take a step back from the situation, assess it from a little bit of a distance, and come back to it and reflect on how you felt. That's how problems get solved. But when I was living with her, right, we have an argument. And I want to take a step back and think about the situation. I take a step back. I'm still in the same room she's in because we live together.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
I didn't know where to go, so I'm forced to solve the situation right then and there, or else it's fucking awkward as shit, dude. And we lived in this little studio apartment, so it's not like I could go sleep on the couch. What I did was sleep on the other side of the bed, but it's still the same fucking bed, bro. And I don't think she even knew that I was sleeping on the other side of the bed, because it was a pretty small bed, so all I did was sleep 2 inches off to the left, because that's all the space I fucking had. And that's an exaggeration. I had a lot of space, 4 inches. But yeah, it really forced me that if we had an issue, I gotta fix this here and now, or it's really fucking awkward. Because we're sleeping together, we wake up together. It's weird. You gotta fix that relationship right away. Because one time I let it marinate a little bit.
Marinate a little bit?
Yeah, I let the situation marinate a little bit because I thought I was right. But I was mad and I just didn't want to see her stupid face, But she lives in that house. So what was I supposed to do? If I go home, I go out, I come back in the evening and she's still there. It was weird. And if I don't come back home, she's just going to think that I broke up with her. So I was in a very weird predicament. So I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah.
You just apologize?
Can we please I have condoms. So let's just, come on.
I mean, in the end, isn't it all about the guy apologizing? And then, was there ever an argument you two had where she apologized later?
Yes.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, several times.
Okay, would you say it was 50-50?
No.
Oh, okay. That's good enough for me.
It was mostly her, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Sometimes even if I'm wrong, I'm really good at explaining things and probably manipulating things to make it look like I wasn't wrong.
Oh, okay. See, okay.
That's not a good trait of mine, but
I mean, fucking,
like
it's
at some
not,
point
but
she
it
was like,
works.
you're
I
right,
don't-
but like I think I really was over the line and stuff like that. Like, oh, this is something so. And this one wasn't me manipulating her or anything. She had this bad habit of trust issues, and that's fine. I can live with that. If she's a little insecure, she's thinking I'm flirting with other people or whatnot. I can calm her down from that, assure her that I'm not. But she has this issue with grabbing my shit,
Grabbing your
and I
shit.
hated that. Like, she wants to see my phone to make sure I'm not cheating. I feel a little offended, but I'll give her my phone. I have nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't like is that there are times where I'm looking at my phone and she's next to me and I laugh because somebody sends me a funny picture. She takes that phone out of my hand so aggressively. Like, what are you laughing at? And she's mad. She's furious. And she reads thing and she's like, what is this, huh? I'm like, the fuck,
Is she
nothing.
serious?
And I grab
She
it back. So
joking,
yeah,
or-
she would know. She was fucking serious, man. And
That's
I grabbed it back
toxic, bro.
aggressively. I was like, what the hell? It's like, what, now I can't see your phone? I'm like, you can. How about you ask me for it and I'll hand it to you? Don't just aggressively do that to me. And I grabbed her phone. She was like, no, I don't want you to see my phone. I'm like, that's a fuck
It's
you.
exactly what you did to me, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, in the end, she apologized and stuff like that. And
Where she's clearly in the wrong.
there was this one time. There was this one guy, right, that we were friends with. We had a group and he was one of the friends, and he felt bad because of something. Like, there was an argument with the group and he was feeling pretty sad about it. And the foreigner I was with, she felt bad and she wanted to like apologize for some things to him or whatever. And there was a time where she didn't really have a phone, so she logged into Facebook on my phone so she can message whoever she needs to message, and she left it logged in. And we were in the same room when she messaged the dude, right? And I opened my phone because I was bored, and the first thing I see is the messenger pop up with her talking to him. I swear to God, I was not
Ooh.
looking on purpose. And no, I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
fine. I knew she was going to apologize. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I didn't care about the situation. So the first thing I saw was, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry this happened, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end of it, the next message was a giant heart emoji. It didn't bother me. I mean, like, I tell you I love you all the time. They're good friends. I didn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
But on Facebook Messenger, I don't know if that's still a thing now, but you could delete a message just for you. So it doesn't show on your phone, but it still shows on the person you sent it to. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw the heart emoji and then I saw it disappear. It said removed just for you. And I'm like, why'd you delete that?
Okay, that's kind of sus now.
Yeah, it's
If-
really
if
kind
you
of.
didn't
I didn't
do
care
that.
about the heart.
Yeah.
But why'd you delete it? Like, what do you. It's like, I know you're going to go crazy. I'm like, when have I ever done that? He's like, you're the jealous type. When? No, I'm not. And it was just really fucking dumb. Like, I was actually upset. I was kind of mad. Why did you delete it? Now I'm thinking that you're hiding something. And then she turned it on me like, why are you looking at my messages? You don't trust me? I'm like, I wasn't, but maybe I should be. Right? Like, damn, boy.
Really bad at fucking hiding shit. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it was just really dumb. She ended up apologizing for it, but it didn't make me feel any better.
Would you say that was the? I'm not sure how far into the relationship that event was.
That was
But,
the
do
second
you-
day. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Go on.
do you think that was downhill from there, or you just totally forgot about it? Like you know, there's
I confidently lost a good amount of trust for her since then.
since then. Okay,
Yeah.
damn. I mean, I would too. Like fucking shit. Like honestly, I think only a couple months in, I would be fed up with it. There's gonna be so many fights and trust issues, just from that event alone. You know.
Yeah, because like when she wants to go hang out with somebody that I don't know, like a guy friend, because the place we worked, you know, we met a lot of these nice, sophisticated, rich men, and she would hang out with them sometimes. Like, just these are patrons, patrons,
Patreons, yeah.
customers. Is that what the word? Yeah, whatever.
People who, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I usually don't care, don't mind, but ever since that, I started thinking to myself, I'm like, what are you gonna do with that guy? Like, that's kind of weird, I never thought that way before until that deleting message thing. Like, it just made me see things in a completely different way. Anyway, you said you had another question.
Oh, actually your story is more interesting than my question, but it was more gonna be like a closing statement, if anything. Just, but
Well,
like,
what was your question?
going back to your relationship problems, right, or your past relationship problems. Do you think she felt that way towards you when she grabbed your phone and shit like that? But the thing is, like, you didn't do anything to prompt that kind of suspicion, unless she had that bad experiences in her past.
She definitely
relationships.
had that bad experience in her past. Like, I've heard it all,
Okay.
you know, and I believe that
Yeah,
it
but
was definitely pretty
doesn't it
fucked up,
suck
and
though? No, go ahead. Sorry,
that I
finish.
have to I have to live with the consequences of what her ex did. Yeah, but
And don't you think it's kind of weird, like, you couldn't prove yourself that you were not like her other exes, but then again, that's not really her fault too.
it's not her fault, but it's not my fault either, and that's
it
where it
kinda
comes to
sucks.
some kind of
Yeah.
level of understanding. And like I said, I was okay with her looking at my phone, even if I felt offended by it. I understand where she came from. I understand her history. It was more just a grabbing. It was very rude. Like,
Very, very.
you can. Why don't
can
you
see
get
why.
mad when you find out I did something instead of getting mad just because you think I did something? You know, it's so stupid. She's so stupid.
Do you think she's ever gonna listen to this? Nah, probably not, right?
I mean, I'll
Unless
send it to her if you want.
No. Well, honestly, I don't care. She's your fucking ex-girlfriend,
Oh
not
my
mine.
god.
So
Oh my god. Yeah. So
what?
like, I know we're about done here. We're about done with the episode. I just want to tell you one thing, that this, we've been broken up for a very long time, right? Me and the
Yeah.
foreigner.
Very, very long time. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's had a little, some kind of communication with me. At some point, I was like, yeah, I don't think we should talk
Wait,
anymore.
recently?
Like, I
Oh,
think
okay.
we're G.
That's
No,
good.
yeah.
That's
Whatever.
good for you for saying. Okay, go ahead.
And
sorry.
so you know how my mother, madre, she
the
had,
person that gave birth to you, yes.
the person that gave birth, the person that married the person who gave birth to me, yeah, my mom. She had surgery a few years back, many years back, for her knee replacement, and she needed physical therapy. But since we got the surgery away from home, like a different island, we couldn't get the therapy that she needed completed because we had to come back. And she was supposed to get a physical therapist here, but she never got around doing it. Like, she's just too busy, and you know, she doesn't care about her health that much, even if I tried to convince her. Irrelevant. Foreigner knew about that story, right? Because I told her a lot of things.
Oh, okay.
Right? She called me like not too long ago, 2 weeks ago. She's like, "Hi, I'm looking for Pavan." I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, this is a foreigner." I'm like, "Okay."
It's fucking
And-
weird.
Yeah, the way she reacted is like, I think she was in distraught or like upset with my okay. I think she expected more because she said, "Oh, this is foreigner," like so excitedly, like probably
Like, oh my
assuming
God,
I'll be so
it's long
excited
time
to
no
hear from
talk.
her,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe, but I was in the middle of a game, so I tried not to pay attention. I want to get rid of that call as soon as possible. And then she said something interesting where I paused the game, and I'm like, "What?" She was like, "I got this new job at Mariana's medical center," and I'm like, "Uh-huh, okay." And she's like, "Well, I just wanted to let you know that you know, if your mom ever needs physical therapy, she can come over here." And I'm like,
Oh, okay.
"Huh? Yeah, well, what do you mean?" She's like, "Well, yeah, if she has insurance, it's free and all that stuff." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, that's how insurance works. What the fuck?" Like, what is? Yeah, but I'm just letting you know that we do accept insurance here. I'm like, I surely hope so. That's
Wait, did you
I
know that was
mean-
an option though before she called? Did you know it was an option?
yes,
or-
I know
Oh,
that you
okay.
can use your insurance to get
Oh
medical
yeah. Okay.
assistance like that shit, bro. Like, it's a medical clinic. She's like, if you have insurance, it's free. And I'm like, because you work there? She was like, well, I work here now. And because the way she phrased it was like, I work here now, so yeah, if she has insurance, she can come for free. It's like she's saying I couldn't do that prior to her working there. So
What do you think? What do you think? What she was trying to say?
Hold on, I'll get to that. So I put the controller down. I was like, what do you have to do with that? Like, it's not how insurance works. She was like, yo, I'm just letting you know. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks. Later. Then she was like, oh, yeah, all right, bye. She sounded so upset. And there's this one female friend I have that I'm really, really close to, And I told her about it, and she said, dude, Foreigner's trying to mess with your head. Like, I feel Foreigner wants some Povin dick or something, you know, because this isn't the first time. Like, about a few 7-8 months ago, she started sending me nudes on Facebook. Mind you, she's
Are you sure? Do you want me to cut this off, or
I don't know,
Okay.
she has a ring in her finger, you know.
Okay. I didn't want you to mention that, but that's fine.
I don't care, dude. She's never gonna see this shit. I mean, she will if I send it to her, which I probably will. But yeah, 7 months ago, she tried to send me nudes and all that stuff, and she constantly tried. And I told her, like, yeah, I don't think we should talk anymore. And this is the first time she contacted me in that long, and I feel like, I mean, I didn't think that way, right? But the person the female friend I talked to about this, she really believed, just judging by the entire story of me and Foreigner and how Foreigner kept trying, she feels like Foreigner's just trying to get my attention again to see if we can hook up or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Don't put your dick in crazy, you know? Like, either don't put your dick in crazy, don't put your dick in married, don't put your dick in crazy and married, you know?
All of it.
Yeah. We're running out of time, guys. Thank you for.
Wait, you still answer my question.
Oh.
Why do you think she was doing that? Like, what the fuck? Why did she
I
call?
just told you.
Wait, what? Did I miss something?
Maybe.
Why did she do it? Sorry.
That she's just trying to get on my dick again. Like, she wants my
Oh, she just wants to fuck
she's
you?
Trying again.
No, but like, why?
Probably,
like there has to be something
Why?
behind it, right?
Because I have a great dick. I don't know.
Like, she must have problems with her husband or something like that, you know? There has to be something. There has to be an issue, right?
I'm not gonna dive into that one. I mean, like.
Oh, okay, you brought it up. I'm just saying. I'm just curious.
I know, but that's their personal relationship. They've had their up and downs as far as I know. I mean,
low enough to,
they
like,
got
go
married
back
for
to
the
their
green
ex,
card.
right?
You know what I mean? Hey.
Okay, well, shit. Okay.
But yeah, that was pretty much it. I really do think we're out of time now. I didn't get to talk about zombies, but maybe in the next episode it's really upsetting.
end this right now. He doesn't like our conversations, guys.
I really don't. I feel like I'm being put on the spot and you're harassing me, and I don't know, you earlier told me that we're not romantic, and I don't know how I'm gonna go on life without that. Thank you guys for coming into our second episode of Forks and Spoons. I hope to catch you guys, in the next few episodes. Let us know in the comments down below if you want to hear anything specific. Once again, my name is Pavan. This is my partner Ronaldo, and we're not in a romantic relationship apparently.
Not until tomorrow.
All right, goodbye, guys.